let's just get it clear that Facebook and social media in general, but I'd say especially Facebook, their number one job is to harvest your data. Their number two job is to advertise to you. With as far as you connecting with friends and that kind of thing, that's probably like number 100 on the list as to why Facebook exists. Hey guys, so today I'm here to talk about something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. Now I'm like, I've been around since the Wild West days of the internet. I was, around when Napster came about and everyone was downloading copyrighted music for free. I think maybe still have some kicking around somewhere. I was around for, MySpace, Friendster, the beginning of Facebook, the beginning of all social media as a concept. I remember when Alta Vista was the main search, or I remember when you used to go to AOL and you type AOL keyword. Every commercial on TV would say, AOL keyword this, and you'd go to AOL and that was your search engine to find whatever you were looking for. I remember when going on the internet every day was an adventure, and you'd go to somebody's website, and each website was like their own ecosystem, their own world where they customized it in all sorts of neat ways. And the beginning of so many things, they'd have all their other websites that they'd link to. I mean, I remember bulletin boards back, in the really early days of internet, when you were on dial-up, and it was like pre-website days where you could just like dial into bulletin boards and leave messages for people and stuff. And I mean, it was it was a different world back then for sure. But I had a Facebook account since about the beginning of Facebook's existence. I mean, I think 2006 was when it came out, maybe 05, I don't know, but I had an account in 2007. So, I mean, it's been a part of my life for like 12 years. I mean, I'm jealous of the people that never made one. And I'm definitely jealous of the people that got out of there faster. For me, it almost became like cable TV. And I mean, I know that there's a lot of younger people out there that never got cable. They were never wanted it. And they've always just streamed, their entertainment and that kind of thing. And, for me, I couldn't pull the plug on cable until finally about 2014. Don't miss it. It was one of the best decisions I ever made. It was hard for about 2 weeks. But hey, I mean, I remember growing up in the era before cable TV, when, we had like 4 channels, and you had like the rabbit ear antennas on your TV. And then, cable TV was a big deal. And it was that, piping into that whole sort of, pop culture phenomenon, MTV, everyone wanted their MTV. And then, of course, the beginning of the TV shows, stuff like, Married with Children and The Simpsons and all these things that you couldn't get on regular broadcast TV. You had to have cables. HBO, was such a big thing back then. And of course now it's all old hat, it's all old media, and it's all dying the way of the dinosaur, which is great in my opinion. But back to the main topic of the video, and yeah, this is a little bit of a filler video for sure, but I finally did what I've wanted to do for so long, and I deleted my Facebook account. And really the only reason I kept it around was for my business, because I have picked up business from it, and I have picked up significant business from it. So in a way, I kind of, I took away a channel to advertise my business and for people to get in touch with me, potential clients that want to hire me to do IT work. I took that channel away from myself. But I feel that it's important enough to make a video about it, and important enough to talk about it a little bit as to why I did it, and that kind of thing. So let's just get it clear that Facebook and social media in general, but I'd say especially Facebook, their number one job is to harvest your data. Their number two job is to advertise to you. With as far as you connecting with friends and that kind of thing, that's probably like number 100 on the list as to why Facebook exists. And really, you know, I watched it evolve from, of course, back in the day in 05 and 06 when we were all naive young kids, when it was only kids, you know, the pre-smartphone era, when it was, you know, still people that kind of required some technical knowledge to get online and do things, you know, were joining Facebook to sort of keep in touch with each other. And yeah, there was definitely some buddies overseas and stuff like that I was able to keep in touch with for a little while. But you know what? Most of them deleted their accounts anyway. So it really doesn't, you know, the people that are important to me, friends and family, they're close to me. I know what's going on with them. I can always call them. I can always text them if I really need to get in touch with them. But basically what it's become, in my opinion, is the biggest data mining operation on earth, a huge vector of advertising, whereas TV has obviously lost a lot of prominence in that area. Facebook has gotten incredibly good. I mean, it's very cheap to advertise on Facebook, and their metrics, if you know how to take advantage of them, are incredibly accurate as far as targeting your custom audience. You know, I could make a whole nother week of videos on how that works. I actually know how it works. But kind of goes beyond the scope of this. But as far as, you know, you keeping in touch with, you know, your friends and family and that kind of thing, for me, I mean, the thing is the people that are important to me in my life, I know what's going on in their lives, and they know what's going on in mine. And if I haven't heard from someone in a while, you know what, I'll give them a call. But what I've seen it basically turn into, besides the data mining, besides the advertising, is it's just really just become a sort of a public, you know, way to either just, you know, humble brag or argue about totally trivial stuff. I mean, it's just amazing. It's like people just sit around all day and all they do is argue. And for me, it's become an incredible time waste, just like cable TV was. Every night, I mean, the routine was you go to work, you work all day, you come home, you have dinner, and you pop in front of the TV for however many hours, 4 hours, or you popped in front of the video game console for a few hours, and you just waste that life. Some people call it entertainment. Some people call it decompressing. And you know, there is a you know, there's an argument to be made for that, and there's an argument to be made for you know, avoiding burnout, which I totally agree is a thing, and it can get to the point where you know, you work so hard that you just want to like blow your brains out because you just do need a break, and I get that. But in my opinion, it's an incredible time suck. They know how your brain works. They know how to hijack your brain. Think about, you know, the dopamine, the reward area of your brain, right? And as you scroll through Facebook, it's literally just a fraction of a second. You scroll through, you get a picture, you get a reward. You scroll through, you see something funny, you get a reward. You scroll through, you see people arguing about something really stupid, and you feel smarter than them, and you look at them as idiots, and you feel good about yourself. You get a little reward in your brain. And that microsecond between just scrolling to the next post and that reward center in your brain, it gets hijacked, and you get addicted to it. And I think that's as good a reason as any to just get rid of it. So, you know, for a lot of people that are watching it, you probably either never had a Facebook account, or, you know, you've had it, and you know, maybe you don't see the issue with it or whatever, or maybe you love Facebook. I mean, does anybody out there love it? I'm you know, are you fooling yourself is the question, I guess I would ask. I don't know. I hate it. And it brought me nothing but it either wasted my time, made me angry, or I was just totally indifferent to it. And I spent a lot of money on it too. You know, what's crazy is there were certain products that I wasn't searching for, that I didn't talk to anybody about, that I didn't I didn't go searching for them on search engines or on Amazon or anything, and yet they still showed up on my feed, and I bought some of them. I actually spent quite a lot of money that way. So that shows you how accurate it's getting. And the facial recognition, I mean, everybody tagging themselves in their posts, and then, you know, now you're in a facial recognition database. Who's that going to be shared with? You know, what happens if you end up on a naughty list somewhere? Or will it be benign as you walk into a store, they scan your face, they know everything about you based on your social media history, and they use it to advertise to you? I'd say that's the most benign usage for that. What is the least benign usage for it? You know, sharing it with every government in the world, and, you know, maybe you travel to a country where your views aren't accepted, or are very much frowned upon, and you get watched. Or I mean, I think I saw a story about a guy in a crowd who it was like a crowd of 50,000 people, and they had a side shot of his face, and the guy got arrested. You know, I mean, that's where the technology's going. So, you know, not that me deleting my account after 12 years, I mean, granted, I barely posted on it, but there's no question. I mean, that even just having, I never installed the app on my phone, but even just having it signed in on a browser on my phone, and I'd meet someone in public, and then they'd show up as a suggested friend on my thing. As someone I didn't know, or someone maybe I was introduced to, we shook hands, I met for 2 seconds, and then I never saw them again, I never will see them again, yet they're still showing up as a suggested friend on my Facebook, which means that Facebook knows that the two of us were in the same place at the same time based on our location data, and they've got enough algorithms going on to say, oh, you must be friends with this person, you know, all that kind of stuff. You know, take your privacy back. I'm going to make a whole nother bunch of videos on that. You know, if you want to know how this stuff works more, I know a lot more than what I'm getting into here, and it's really easy to get branded as sort of like a conspiracy theorist or something about it, but it's really not. I mean, there's nothing that I said. You can go back and rewatch this whole video. There's nothing that I just said in this video that isn't true, or that's even really stretching the truth, and it's pretty demonstrable in that way. So anyway, that's my thing. I finally deleted Facebook this week, so yay me. Big thumbs up. And let me know, are you ready to cut the cord too? Let me know in the comments, and let me know if there's any other kinds of videos that you want to see. Thanks.